Okay, video 207. Ah, wow. This dust is getting to me. Just a little bit. Does it every time. Why do I do this channel? Why do I work on this boat? Why do I make videos? It's one of the few places where I can be the most honest. And not worry about too many ramifications. Let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about. If I wanted to work on a house and I decided to do something my way without approval from the zoning board, I could get in trouble. So if I were going to try something like that, I'd have to lie about it, right? Well, there ain't no zoning board on this boat. This ain't a new boat under warranty. The bank ain't involved. It's my boat. It ain't in the water. Until it goes in the water, there ain't a lawyer on the planet can tell me what to do. But, if I do something wrong and I take it out the lake and it sinks, well, I guess, at that point, the lawyers would probably point a finger and say, you did this wrong. You did this against what the manufacturer did or whatever. But until it goes in the water, it's my boat. And when it goes in the water, it's still my boat. When it gets there, I don't think it's going to sink. But I'm just using it as an example. Everything nowadays requires consent, requires authority, requires permission from somebody else before you can make a decision. Well, the only one making a decision on this is me. And that's the way it is. And here, I can make decisions. I can also make mistakes. And I can be honest with myself. And I can be honest with this video channel. And I don't get that many places. If I'm driving my semi and I don't want to get a ticket, I might have to fib a little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't do that every day. And, DOT, they know I'm honest and they know I'm good at what I do. But you get the point. Point is, sometimes there's people out there always scrutinizing your every move, and there's nobody watching me work on this boat. There's nobody, if you were working on a house, you'd have to go through, a roughed-in inspection. You'd have to get this permit, and you'd have to obey that rule over there with that housing authority or whatever. There's nobody scrutinizing my work here. It's a mess. I've made some mistakes. I've learned some things. I've enjoyed it. That's what I like to do, and you're not going to get that everywhere. But in any event, I remember this right here. I remember this being two pieces. I forgot it by the time I got back to cutting it out. That being said, I was looking in here to see if it was a stringer. It is a stringer, by God. That stringer goes all the way through. The stringer had been cut right there by me. Well, I'm probably replacing the stringers. You know what I mean? But if I had not done that, I would have been able to cut this out and take it all the way out and replace just this piece and keep this bottom piece because it was still pretty darn solid. There was nothing wrong with that stringer, surprisingly. It don't look anything bad yet. And that's usually what people are working on is stringers. So, that being said, I'm pretty sure I got through that. It could be spliced back in and left alone if I wanted to. But I know I was going to take this board out and see what was under here and decide how much of that I had to correct this year. But I made a mistake today. That's the truth. So will any of this go back in anytime soon? Probably not. It's probably coming out. And it's probably getting propped up here. So these don't have to be changed, and we'll just piece it out and piece it back in over the course of the winter. But this is probably coming out and staying out and not going back in anytime soon because of my mistake. That one cut. See right here? This is a cut. What would I do if I was going to replace this stringer? I would put a new board in. I would peanut butter it in. I'd tab it on both sides. I'd cover it in fiberglass. With that one cut going this way, I could put it back in. It's this cut. If I'm going to save that board and not replace stringers and not rip all that out up there, which, the jury's still out on because I haven't got that part open yet. But if I wanted to save this, I would have to find some way to put that part right there back without it weakening up the whole part. Honestly, this right here moves the boat. And this transfers energy to this, and I don't know what's in front of this. I know there's a fuel tank right there. But I don't think the engine is transferring much here over to this stringer, and if that isn't put in correctly, that it would fall apart. So I might splice it back in. I think all the energy transfer is from this hull to this, down to that, and forward through the whole deal. But I don't think that one piece right there is what's going to cause the boat to break. So I'll probably splice that back in if I choose not to replace the stringers, which, like I said, the jury's still out on until I get the rest of that apart. So I'm going to stop cutting on that, and I'm going to start cutting here. And I'm going to do it from the back side, and I'm going to see if I can get this upper piece out without taking any more of that stringer out. And I'll worry about correcting my mistake later. Thanks, and have a great day.